Hey guys, welcome back to another daily recap. So today I traded ACY once again, and you can probably guess what happened in this trade. I did finish green, however, it was a completely sloppy trade. This trade was just all over the place. I got a bad entry, I got a bad exit, just a terrible play all around. I mean, you can consider this a gamble at this point. It was just a very, very bad trade, and I basically just press the buy button and wish for the best. So we're going to go ahead and jump in this trade. I do want to mention in my options account, though, I did not take a trade. I was watching Facebook. However, I didn't have any day trades available today. I thought I had one Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but I guess I have two on Wednesday and one on Thursday. So I guess I'll get two of my day trades back tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and jump in some trades in that account as well. I guess it's a good thing I didn't happen to take a trade in my option account just because Facebook today was really, choppy in a way. It was just sideways. It made some quick, some big moves here and there, but for the most part, it was just sideways action like the previous week. So nothing too interesting in that account, but we'll see what happens tomorrow and where it wants to go. Anyways, let's jump in the trade. That was too risky, man. Wasn't worth it. I got some bad slippage there. I didn't want to get filled at 15.99, that's for sure. That was bad. Ooh, that could have been a big loss. At first I put 300, then I put 500 because I was confident in it. But I was confident I was buying in the 70s or something, I think, from what I had seen. That's why, like I said yesterday, you want to take small size on this one, just because of how tricky it is. But obviously that didn't do that. So coming into ACY, I did happen to see this huge move. I actually saw it when it was towards the bottom here, but I didn't believe it was actually going to do anything. Then when it opened, I decided, let me take it, a trade right out of the gates. So I tried to take an entry there at 15. I wasn't filled, unfortunately. And you can see the price action went from 15.30 all the way to 14.80, now to 14.70. So this stock was, very volatile. I ended up taking a trade there. Once I had seen it, it kind of held this 1480 level. I took a trade, not even paying attention to the level 2 data. I wasn't even paying attention to any of this. I was too busy focused on the actual candle. So at this point, it was actually just a gamble. Didn't even look at the 5-minute. Didn't even look at the 10-minute. You can see the 10 minutes just not even zoomed in there. Wasn't even paying attention. At that point, I just took it just because I thought I could break the last 1 minute high. Wasn't even looking at the 5-minute or anything, and I just held it. I figured if it broke the low of this candle, then for sure I would sell. I would just get rid of that entirely. But it held pretty well. Thankfully, it held this level, and it ended up bouncing up dramatically from 1450 all the way back to 15. Well, now 1550. So I mean, the trade ended up in my favor, luckily, but if this kept going, that could have been a huge loss. I could have just taken about a $300 to $500 loss today, but thankfully, it worked out in my favor and it bounced up. There was actually no skill or nothing, planned in this trade. There was no strategy, no anything. I had just looked at this candle and I was trading based on the looks of it, so the aesthetics. If anything, it would be a technical analysis setup, or just not setup, but a reviewing my technical analysis. But even then, it wasn't even worth the trade. And as you can see here, I was swapping back and forth between Facebook and ACY, just watching Facebook here. But ACY was just not even worth the trade. It was not it was definitely not worth my time, and not worth the stress, because that's really all it was. I was just freaking out. You could tell in the audio, I was just breathing or sighing heavily, because I was like really hoping for the best in that trade. But thankfully it came out in my favor, and I was able to sell. I even sold a little sloppy, as you can see here. It went higher to around 1530, and I sold at 1508. I just kept trying to panic sell, and I wasn't filled anywhere besides 1508. So I ended up getting a terrible exit, and then right after I got my exit, it bounced up once again. You can see here, it makes some weird moves. It opened low, hit VWAP, and then next thing you know, it went from 1430 or 1420 all the way to 1574, 1580, 16 now. So this one's just so unpredictable. This one's just such a weird stock to trade in. I'm used to volatile stocks, but this one was just so unique. And just the ability for it to bounce off of a move that makes no sense. It opened extremely low. You would think it's going to break the low of the previous 1 minute candle, but it actually just shot even higher. I guess it bounced off of VWAP, but for that type of surge or that type of bounce, that's just so insane. It's not easily predictable, especially in a move such as this. I got another terrible time. Like I said, my trade was just terrible all around, but thankfully it worked out in my favor. I won't be trading ACY for the rest of this week, and probably sometime in the future as well. But I gotta learn the patterns, I gotta learn the strategies, and I gotta take control of my emotions, because clearly today I was not in control of my emotions, and I got extremely lucky. So in summary, I finished up $39.54 on ACY. Although it's going to be a quick daily recap today, I will say, I'm glad I'm able to capture the emotions behind my trade. This, like I said, had no strategy, had no plan before I took the trade, no nothing. This is strictly based on emotion, and I'm just glad I'm able to capture the real experience for you guys, so you can see exactly what goes through my mind and what's going on in the middle of the trade. This was a total emotional trade. There was a lot of fear behind it. I was super scared of losing money, and trades like this is what scares me away from actually taking a good setup too, because I'm so afraid of losing money. All the fear prior to even taking the trade prevents me from actually going through with some trades that should be beneficial, some trades that should be really big winners. I just cut the losses quick, or I sell too early, or something in relation. The trades usually go against me because of that emotion behind the trade. And like I said, I'm very glad I'm able to share these with you. I'm sure there's some of you that can relate, unfortunately, right? But hopefully these videos bring some sort of positive result in your trading. Hopefully you can look at my trades and kind of relate and understand, oh shoot, I shouldn't do what he's doing, because you can lose a lot of money like that, right? So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I finished green on the day. There's always going to be better days. Thankfully I was able to get some money today. And until tomorrow, we'll see what happens. But I might even take a dive into my options account and see if I can get some trades in there. But like I said, until then, see you tomorrow for another daily recap. Take care.